Good evening, everyone out there on the interwebs. I am Drew with Comics Elite, and once again, I am here with
Kyle.
Not Sean.
Not Sean.
Yeah, Sean, get it right. So, in case you're unaware, the Dallas Fan Expo is this weekend, and Sean had to pull an audible, and he just came to you late in the afternoon and said, "Hey, Kyle, can you?"
Yeah, it was like at 3:30.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you read 20 some odd books?
Yeah.
I'm like,
so much like Johnny Carson would ask David Letterman to fill in for him, you got to step up.
You got to do it.
Yeah, in this case, Sean is Johnny Carson. You're the David Letterman. And
what am I going to say? No?
No.
You don't say no to Sean.
No, you don't. So, real quick in summary, this week, by far for me, the strangest week I've ever read. This is the strangest week.
I'm glad you said that because I didn't know what was going on.
No, this is a weird flipping week. There's stuff in here that I did not think I'd be skipping. Stuff in here that I did not think I would be recommending at the top of my list. It is a very strange week. Just stay calm.
Easy.
Right? Easy. If we come across if there's stuff in here that we skip, trust me, it's worth skipping. All right, it is not good. If there's stuff that we recommend, it is just that good. So while we're on the subject, let's go ahead and get to our skippets and mez. That's why we're here.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's do the mez first.
Do the mez.
And we'll get to the skippets.
All
actually, if we have the same mez and skippets, we'll do them together.
Okay.
So to save time.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mez.
I have 8.
8? Okay.
This is my first mez. I'm going to start out with a bang. Batman 89.
I'm saving that for later.
Oh.
Because it is the bestest ever of the week. I got Black Widow.
Okay.
Or is it?
Huh.
So, I'm going to leave you in suspense. Kyle really has no clue.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead? Why don't you lead off with this? I'm curious about your thoughts because I told you initially, I was smiling when I read this.
You told me it was in your top 10. And I was reading it. I was excited. I'm like, oh, great. Why not? It's Batman 89.
Mm-hmm.
What is the point of this? What's going on? Can anyone tell me what is going on in this?
I can tell you exactly what's going on in this, but you're going to have to wait to see which stack is going to be, and I can tell you exactly what's going on.
There is something timeless about Tim Burton's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a timeless Art Deco feel to it.
And not just that, the characters.
Yeah. It's like you could pluck them out and kind of put them just like the Batman animated series. It's like, is it the future? Is it not? How far in the future? You don't really know. And that's what's awesome about it. This automatically takes you out of that. And it's like, wow, we can really tell we were pulling this stuff from.
You could tell how long ago this was written.
Yeah.
Which makes it the bestest ever. Escapism is bad, Kyle. You cannot escape. Escapism is bad. Fun is bad.
I liked some of this. It's a meh because I don't know what it is. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really like it. It's a perfect meh to me because I don't know what it is. I honestly can't describe it. The first issue wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't my top pick of the week. It was all right. It was good. Yeah. I agree. It was all right.
And you can tell that this is a movie script and it doesn't fit well in comic book form because it's a long walk for a short drink of water sort of thing. It's like
Are you criticizing Batman 89?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I don't get it. Just what's with Harvey Dent? Like what? I don't understand. I don't know.
He's written exactly the same way as he was in the first Batman movie, or not
at all.
He's written like a psycho in this, an absolute psycho.
He is. I don't get it.
So I'm saving my thoughts for
Yeah.
later. I'm saving my thoughts for later.
There's a cringe dialogue.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Oh, I just tipped my hat. I think I just tipped my hat.
There's some cringe with what Michael Keaton says at one point.
And did you see how Robin got his name?
It's a little on the nose.
It's like I'm gonna save my thoughts for later.
On the nose.
I'll save my thoughts for later.
It's a man. I don't know what it is.
We spent 5 minutes talking about this.
It's a I don't know. It's a meh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Black Widow number 11.
Yeah.
So this cover by the Hughes, Adam Hughes. I love it. It is beautiful. And what's great about it is that she actually wears this dress in the comic.
I was really shocked by that.
Yes.
Fact.
Yes. I'm like, they went there. It's like,
they did.
Yeah, she's actually very attractive in this, along with her sister.
Yes, but granted, they did cover up a lot of the cleavage area with her hair. I noticed that part.
Yeah,
it's like we'll give you a little bit.
Yeah,
which is fine. I'm like, okay, I understand.
So Black Widow and her sister dolled up, go to a circus gala. It's like a
Swedish.
It's Swedish. Right? It's Swedish for circus, and get into little fisticuffs with a pair of siblings that have a freakish superpower. I couldn't.
I was very worried when you first run into them. When you first see them drawing, you're like, oh dear God,
this is gonna be a long day.
I wonder where this is going. But then it's like, oh, okay,
yeah.
I don't understand how it's a superpower, but
yeah. Best part is the interior art and the cover. It's okay. It's just I really don't like the sister Yolanda. She is just a straight up bitch. There's no other way around it. She's a straight up bitch and an unlikable bitch. Just nothing redeemable about her. All right, so it's a bad. Maybe you like her. I don't know.
I think that's somewhere else in one of my stacks.
Okay. Next up, I got Fantastic Four 35.
Really?
Yep.
I have Time Before Time.
Time Before Time. Actually, you know what? I got that too. Actually, I think I do.
Oh, that looks really snazzy on it. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. I love the camera.
Yeah. It's cool looking.
All right, why don't you go ahead and lead off?
I hate this art.
The art is terrible.
God, it is awful.
Yes.
It is. Ugh.
Yeah.
The story is still really cool.
It's a very cool story.
It's an awesome story, and I really like the main character. It's just illustrated terribly. You pick the worst artist in the world to do this story, and it's very unfortunate because I really like where this ends.
Yeah, Dad getting revenge.
Yeah,
revenge.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, because all the time that you hear the son talking to the dad on the phone.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell what he looked. He looked really similar to the son.
Yes, he did.
Or was it his dad? Which makes you think, is it just terribly drawn, or
yeah, very, very true. Yeah, Did the artist not understand there's a father and a son,
right? Or did you just not care and be like, yeah, they're the same? Yeah, I don't know. But overall, I really like where this story is going, and it's kept its steam. And then there's a really deep moment in this when our main character comes across somebody in the future's past. At one point, they kind of cross paths.
Oh yes.
Like, oh,
yeah. It's like a moment in time when they're both in the middle of their journeys.
Yeah. It's really awesome. It's like, oh shit, they got my heartstrings a little bit. This was perfectly fine. I just really hate the art.
The art really takes you out of the comic
automatically. It's like, God, I keep forgetting every time I open it. I'm like, and I hate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a meh. It's a good story. The art sucks. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Fantastic Four 35. That is a meh for me. Yeah. It was so Fantastic Four 35. This was a solid recommend until we got to the very end of this, and I was very pissed off by this comic.
I got Joker 7.
Ah, okay. This was a fun read until we got to the very end where we get introduced to Reed's soon-to-be smarter, better, stronger, faster sibling.
We don't know that yet. I will grant you that last panel, it's like, of course.
Of course. Yeah, it's like, yep, of course.
I'll discuss it later on, but I I know where it's going. I can't fault this issue for that yet.
Oh, okay.
I can't fault the issue because we don't know what this character will. We can assume.
I will. I'm gonna put money down right now. Dan Slott is one of the laziest sons of bitches when it comes to writing. I guarantee you, I know exactly where this is going. He is as predictable as the sunrise.
I hope not. I'm not damning this issue for that reason alone. I can't because I had too much fun reading this.
It was fun. I will not dispute that. King and his four
it's awesome.
Going through different times.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, it was a fun read. And JRGR's artwork is actually pretty solid in this.
It was.
Yeah, shocking. Yeah.
I had fun. Yeah. I had fun reading it up until that last panel.
It's like, Dan, you had a home run, and then it's just like it just nosedives right in that last page. It's like, are you kidding?
You didn't need to show that. You could have just had that read face, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it should have been. And then you could have lost everybody in the next issue.
Yeah.
But I'm not damning this issue because of that.
I'm damning him. So because of that, it's a meh for me.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Joker. This was a meh. First off, well, there's no Joker in this fucking issue. It's just talking. It's sitting down and talking.
I'll save my thoughts for later on that. So, yeah.
It's a man. I mean, the art is still on point.
It's Guillaume March's artwork is fantastic.
The art is on point, and the beginning had me, and then it lost me.
It was so funny. It was awesome. And like, it really does make sense to set up this prison as a theme park.
I'm like, this makes perfect sense. This is Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I'm like, why not? This is awesome. I'm into it. And then I turn the page, and I'm like, and I'm taken out of this 100%.
Yeah, it's like, James, what is wrong with you, man?
It's just
that is a clear example. There is no editor challenging him on that.
Not for him.
No.
And
thankfully, he is gone by the end of the year. He'll be off this crap. So, he's done with this in April. So, a little less than a year, thankfully.
And I did like the Jim Gordon stuff. Some of the dialogue I really kind of liked. I really enjoy how he's written. Still,
he's not written like a bumbling idiot, which is great. Yes,
he was one or two steps ahead of the interrogation all the way through, which I thought was kind of cool. So I'm giving it a meh because there's no Joker, and it's a title called The Joker. Whatever, but I still had fun aside from some cringe stuff. It's a meh.
All right. So those are meh. And the next meh, I have got Invincible Red Soldier, number 4. Didn't read it.
Agony.
You late.
Number 1. Extreme Carnage. This is what, part 7 of 8?
Part 7 of 8.
Whew. You're still on this crazy train.
Proceed, Seth.
This was almost an automatic skip it, just because I don't. I'm not the symbiotes. There's too many. I lose track of what's going on. / who's good, who's bad. Why do I care? And then I really thought how. So there's an assassination attempt possibly on somebody in this, and I'm like, I know where this is going. But it doesn't go that way. In the end, it's got a nice stinger at the end. I kind of saw it coming, but it's still a nice stinger. And aside, there wasn't a lot of cringe. There was a few things that were just kind of like, okay, we get it.
It's predictable. Okay,
we get it.
I get it. Yeah,
we get it.
You're a hack writer. I get it.
Yeah, I'm giving it a meh because I was pleasantly surprised in this because I was going in hating it, and I actually didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. Hence why it gets a meh. Okay. Doesn't crack the top. Just good enough.
Okay. Invincible Red Soldier, number 4. So first, God bless Frank Cho and his artwork. I love his covers and his sense of humor. Yes. I just love how they're just letting him get away with it. He can just write whatever he wants.
He's good.
He's great. He's a legend. It makes me appreciate his work more and more as I get older.
Oh yeah.
Because You don't really see it that much anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
Not allowed.
Nope, not allowed to. Exactly. You can't.
Mhm.
For the story is okay in this. It's not great. It's not bad. It's like we have said before. It's a long walk for a short drink of water.
Mhm.
Red Sonja gets an invincible spell to fight off 2 armies after the king was killed. Okay. Next issue should be better. It's okay, but if I were you, buy it for the covers. If this Frank Cho cover, there's the trade dress and the Virgin. Buy it for the Virgin cover. It's beautiful.
I mean, it's Red Sonja. You really go into it expecting.
Well, the first issue was really damn good.
Winning.
Issue 2 was okay. 3 was 4. Yeah, but hopefully the next issue will be better. We'll see what happens.
It's always next one.
Exactly. Yeah. Or Cubby say always next year.
Yep. Used to saying that.
Yep. Next up, Gojira Rivals.
Oh,
One shot.
X-Men: The Trial of Magneto.
Man, you're being very generous today.
I know these are probably all in your skip-its.
Or in my top 10 because they're the best
or in
ever.
your top 10, or in your skip-it list of like 30. And that's
no, I've got around there.
I like the art. I know we get criticized for our mehs because some people are upset that like we really don't go into why it's a meh and why it's
because because Sean has told us. I mean, we talked about this. We can't spoil too much. We really can't.
Right, and
we try not to.
I can't tell you what happens in this whole thing. I can go with it panel by panel and read it to you.
Just know that what happens at the end of this nullifies everything that happened in the first issue.
I guarantee you it's a ploy or obviously with this last panel, it's like, okay, this is obviously a ruse. But
this story at this point, by the end of this issue, it is incomprehensibly stupid.
Like this needs to be a John Grisham trial.
An actual trial.
I would love that. It would be an automatic top 10.
Yeah.
If Magneto was in a courtroom.
not like a kangaroo court, where like they're just say it, you're guilty, say it.
And he does.
Yeah, but it's like because he wants out of the damn comic. He's like, please get me out of this comic. Get me away from Leah Williams, please, for the love of God. I'm guilty. Yes, lock me up. Throw away the key.
I like the part with Emma. I thought that part was. I was like, oh, okay. They kind of showed something there that I didn't think they were going to do. We get the Avengers showing up. I thought that was cool. Cap has an awesome line in this when he's talking to Quicksilver.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Like, that is Captain America. I'm shocked that you were actually able to write that or allowed to.
Leah Williams is such a bad writer that I'm willing to bet you that she wrote it so horribly that the editor saw it and said, hey, we're going to change it to this. How about that? And she was like, they were like, fine, whatever.
I do notice, like, this is completely off topic and has nothing to do with top 10s, but I do notice that there is always a sigh in almost every single Marvel comic written right now. Mm-hmm. There's one character in every story that goes,
yeah, they're all written like an immature 20-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, if you read a Marvel comic, I guarantee you there will be a panel with a sigh in it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Or that in curse words. Everyone's cussing now all of a sudden. But this wasn't mad because there were some things I really liked. I liked Captain America's dialogue in this. I cannot believe that's coming out of my mouth in this. And I really hope this was kind of like it should be like the end of like JFK. With you have somebody grandstand back and to the left. It keeps saying like 9 times.
I don't think we're gonna get that lucky.
I'm hoping.
I would sell for a sweaty John Candy in a restaurant. No, Daddy O, it's not what happened.
Come on, baby O, got some cats. There's some cool cats. But yeah, it's a meh.
Gojira. Rivals. So in this issue is Gojira versus Mothra.
Mothra was good.
I still don't understand. Kind of. I think. So a female reporter discovers Mothra at the bottom of a river, but is Mothra here for good? Here to fight Gojira? Gotta read to find out. It's a meh for me because we grew up watching the Godzilla movies, and the little Japanese girls are in this. And they're singing, and I'm just like, God damn it, I can't. It just
you gotta sing.
It's like, really, come on.
It's the character.
But we do get some Gojira fighting in this. It's pretty cool. But yeah, man, it's just
the tail kick. Where he's.
I read this at 5 a.m.
Okay.
It's been a long day. Like I said,
yeah.
I've been here since 5 a.m. It's been a long day. I think there was a lot of fighting in this, but it's not bad. It's just the monster stuff. I'm like, can we get to the fighting, please? It's not until like the very end when the fighting happens.
Some kaiju fighting.
So it's like a Godzilla movie. We get all the BS talking, and then boom, we get the fighting at the very end.
So it's true to fashion. I like it.
Is,
okay,
yeah.
Good.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Next up, my mess. I got Jupiter's Legacy number 4.
Didn't read that.
So real quick, it's so the family they get invited to the White House. They have a little chit chat, and what's the guy's name? Sky Fox. He bungles a robbery, which was a tease in the previous issue. Not bad, not great. Man. It's I want more. Although I want more Sky Fox. Sky Fox is the reason why I'm reading this book. He's the best character out of the whole family.
Is he the dad?
He's the villain.
Oh,
yeah, he's got the rod. Yeah,
never read it.
Okay.
Never saw it.
Okay, yeah, he's got the most. He's got the best character, and probably should be one of the best arcs. But yeah, to me.
Last Annihilation, Wakanda number 1. This was teetering between Skip It and meh. I was going to automatically say skip it just because I had a feeling it was going to be absolute trash. And it's actually not bad. It's pretty good. There's actual fight scenes in this. And it's what takes it down to a meh and not my top 10 is the fact that there is a literal like world ending event happening and they're quipping and joking. And it's like, you're immediately taking me out of this. It's like, why? Why does everybody have to tell a joke? Why they got to be jokey jokes? It's like, it's Wakanda going in. It's
because these writers, quote unquote writers, don't understand what it's like to be in battle.
I guess not.
No.
Or any peril, or any danger, or any. It's like
no. The only peril they experience is on Twitter.
Yeah, and it's like there's a really cool fight scene, and it's them helping out the Shi'ar Empire and everything, and it's like, hey, Dormammu is like destroying everything. And Wakanda's like, we're going to step in and help. And they're like, we can't trust you. It's like, and they're trying to come together to fight Dormammu. And it's actually pretty cool. And then it's like, why is this a joke? It's not a joke. It's serious. Like a bunch of people are dying.
This is really sounding more like a skip it, Kyle.
But it's good enough because there are, it's a couple panels. It's a couple lines of dialogue that are just like, okay, grow up. But I actually was expecting it to be worse than it actually was. And that seems to be the theme for this week.
Yes. Like you said, it is a very strange week.
It's a very strange week, everybody. And I know I can't really go into the spoilers of this issue, but like it's better than I thought it was going to be. That's the best way I can describe a lot of these mess. So take that for what you will. The art's not bad. I gotta say the art was actually pretty good. Yeah.
All right, next up, I got Spider-Woman number 15.
Oh, that's
So Spider-Woman number 15, man, the art is actually above par, but the story I really couldn't give two shits about. I really couldn't. I love Jessica Drew as a character, but this is more of a drama about the college student and her family.
The greatest ever college student.
The greatest ever college student. That's correct. I forgot.
Smartest and bestest.
Yes, she is, which is called out quite a few times in this comic. Yes, it is. I feel like I needed like a villain to be playing. I needed a violin to be playing, in this comic. Just most of the time, just like when you're telling the backstory, like it's missing a violin right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like, okay.
The world's smallest violin, actually. Yeah.
It's the world's smallest tambourine. Yeah. I have the Mighty Valkyries number 5.
Oh, I did not read that.
Oh. Art is fantastic.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
The story is ebbs and flows. I swear to God, it's like you can't stick. It's like this is something like the art really sells this, and I had no idea what the shit was going on half the time because the backstory you have to read is like a novel long, and I'm like, okay, God, just get to the point.
Yeah. It's like, Marvel Comics did this so well in the 70s and 80s where they just told what you need to know in pieces of dialogue throughout the comic, about certain characters. Granted, you may have already read the previous one, but for someone else, that may have been their first Marvel comic.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was right there in the dialogue for you to read.
Or you're picking it up like I was, and I'm like, okay, I'll see what it was in Sean's stack of comics. So I'm like, well, I got to read it. Art is terrific. And Loki is written very well in this.
Oh, interesting.
There's, Kraven the Hunter makes an appearance. I guess he was in the last issue as well.
And the Mighty Valkyries?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is kind of it's a meh because there was still a few things in this that just didn't mesh with the story as a whole.
It's Jason Aaron. He can't stick a landing anymore. So,
yeah. It's just, there were just some things I just kind of felt lagging because, there are some scenes, some splash pages and stuff that are just absolutely gorgeous. Like some of the villains in this are unbelievable. I'm like, I would love to see this in the theater, like just see it on a huge IMAX screen. Like it's got that feel to it. But there's just a few, I'm just like, what? What's going on?
Huh?
Who? So it's a meh. It's the art alone would almost make it into my top 10, but I thought my top 10 is just, it's there. And this just kind of didn't stick the landing for me.
Hey, that's how it works.
But yeah, it's right there. It could be like an 11 or 12. So.
All right. Jeff Feel.
I definitely feel.
Jeff definitely feel. All right. Next up, I got 3 mehs left.
I got one.
Justice League 67.
That's later on.
Okay.
Challenge of the Super Sons number 6.
Okay. I can understand why.
Again, like
first, I'll say the weakest point in this comic is the art. Art is terrible in this, and one of the weakest things about this series, in my opinion, because I'm a big Challenge of Super Sons fan, the art has been inconsistent. They're changing up their art teams, and this one is some Steven Universe jackass.
I don't know what it was.
It legit is Steven Universe artwork. I'm like, no, this is the complete wrong tone for this comic.
I didn't know what it was like. It's like the Smurfs.
Yeah, it's bad, and it's like this. No,
it just automatically just feels like there's no stakes.
Yeah, the art takes you out. Yeah.
I'm like, there's just no stakes. This is a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, it really does look like a Steven Universe Saturday morning cartoon.
And
BS.
It's like, okay, you've lost me. And I love the Super Sons. I love the way they're written. I love their dialogue together. But the art was just enough for me to make it a meh because I didn't completely lose myself out of it, even though I wanted to. But trust me, I wanted to quit reading this book.
I tried.
It just kept bringing me back. So it's a meh for me. If you've read it and are going to continue to read it, I would recommend you could still read it. But if you haven't, don't start off here because it's not my kind of guy. So.
Justice League 67. This one, nah. I mean, to me, what I wanted more this in the comic.
Yes.
This I wanted.
Yes.
You don't get any of that. You get it in the very beginning.
Yes.
And the very, very end.
Yes.
That is it. It's all the Justice League versus the United Federation of Planets. It's like, God damn it. It just, I really could not care less about the United Federation of Planets and how they're unhappy with. I'm sorry. No, that's Star Trek. Yeah, it's like that's what it's supposed to be. United Federation of Planets. It's ridiculous, and they're unhappy with the Justice League, Superman, blah blah blah. Yeah. The Phantom Zone projector taking your toy from you. I'm like, when has the Phantom Zone projector ever been a problem? Never been a problem.
It's been locked up in a drawer.
Locked up in a drawer in his Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
Break glass case of emergency. This was an emergency. Yeah.
It was a legit emergency.
Yeah.
Batman was right.
Yeah.
I didn't see the issue.
No.
And they're making it an issue.
Yeah, because Superman's bad.
Of course, it's Bendis.
It's Bendis. Yeah, gotta bring in John Kent. Yeah. So it's I wanted more. We don't get this, unfortunately. So maybe you like the United Federation of Planet stuff with minus the Enterprise, but yeah.
Oh, it's later.
Yeah.
So those are my mez.
Okay, last two. I got Red Room number 4. So real quick, given direct orders to show this one off.
No.
I love the camera. The camera on this is crazy. Maybe it's the filter. I don't know. It's weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Really cool.
So this is the Jim Rugg Spawn #1 homage cover right here.
Ooh.
This is gorgeous.
Me likey.
Yeah. So we have a certain quantities of these in stock right now. So hopefully you can be able to get these. But this is a beaut, and it's unfortunate we don't know Jim Rugg directly to get these signed.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like
Now, on to the story itself. So I've had a love-hate relationship with this title.
Okay.
Where it's like, issue 1, I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I love the art. Issue 2, it got better story-wise. I still love the art. The problem with this is that there are no real protagonists in the series at all.
See that.
Even in this series, even in this issue, which does take place in quote unquote the past, when things were done over VHS, whatever, there's supposed to be a proponent like who had their dad that was killed by someone in the Red Room, and you're like, oh, you're feeling sympathetic about that. It's like, okay, she wants revenge. It's like, okay, but with the path they show her on, she's as deplorable as the people in the Red Room with what she's doing. And it's like it's like, Ed, I understand what you're probably trying to say, that doesn't matter, heroes and villains are all the same, they're all bad. Or probably what he's trying to say, they're all gray, no one's really a good person. Because in this story, no one is really a good person in this whole story at all. In all 4 issues, no one is.
Very nihilistic.
Yeah, it's a very nihilistic view, absolutely.
If you want to go down that road, hey, that's your journey.
Yeah, yes, it is. I really so badly want to give this a recommend, because the art in this is beautiful. It's gory. It's nasty. I love it. But just the story is it's kind of, I don't want to say it's losing me, but just like, Ed, you can do better than this, man. Come on. You got to do better. There we go. Yeah. The Marvel turn of phrase right there. Marvel Comics turn of phrase and DC Comics turn of phrase.
It works.
I think that was actually in Batman. Was that Batman 89? Number 2 this week?
I wouldn't surprise me if it was.
But it's a shame, because this really should be better. Yeah, it's a meh.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just because there's there's really no character development. You're all following different characters, and this one, you don't like the characters like the other characters in the other comics. Yeah.
Maybe we should read it again. Deeper meaning.
Yeah. And last one. Sorry. Again, Red Room. I got to fix the filter on this camera, I think. Jeez,
it's like you have a green screen.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's weird.
Okay, so we're on to the lowest of the low.
The infamous.
The infamous. So famous, they are infamous.
Infamous?
Is the green screen on? None. There we go. Okay.
Oh.
How about that? So there we go. Green screen is off, so those should show up better now. How about that?
Get a reload.
Yep. So we'll show those again.
Hey,
there it is, right there. Red Room number 4, Spawn cover, and there is the main cover. Yeah, I love the homage to the Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Ed's artwork is fantastic. It's gorgeous. It's just the story. I'm just like, this should be better. It should really be better.
It's a damn shame.
Yes, it is. All right. Skip it.
Okay.
All right. I got Last Annihilation Wakanda.
Okay, you got that back.
Yep.
I'll save that piece of shit. We already talked about Justice League.
Justice League.
Yeah, this was super cringe. I hated the Federation of United Planets of the World of the universe. It was
no starships.
I hate Bendis.
Well, there is a starship, but it crash lands.
Yeah,
yeah.
I hate that. I hated it. Like it's just, it's not just. It's like, when has this ever been a thing? And when has Superman ever questioned, like, oh, maybe I didn't make the right choice? What do you guys think? You think I made the right choice?
It's
like,
all,
that's not Superman.
It's all on purpose to put John Kent as Superman. That's all the plan is.
It's like he's just slowly starting to lose his mind, and it's like, maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. I'm not who I thought I was.
He's not super.
Not anymore. He's just a man.
Yes.
So yeah, I hated it. I didn't like it at all. And this doesn't happen in the comic.
Speaking of things that don't happen in the comic, last Annihilation Wakanda, Black Panther is not in this comic at all. T'Challa is.
Yes, T'Challa is.
He pops up twice.
Yes.
But there's no Black Panther in this.
M'Baku is.
He's not Black Panther.
But he's another black guy that has a gorilla mask. He's not a panther, he's a gorilla.
One side note I've got, Stan Lee had a thing about sidekicks and kids. Isn't it kind of irresponsible to take kids into battle, especially in space, like deep space?
But she's the bestest ever.
That's Shuri, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's very true. She is the bestest ever. Yeah.
You have to have somebody that's the bestest ever on your team, hence you'll never lose.
Do they actually say that she loves the science, or like she?
Oh, it said like she's like the best at
science. Yes.
I
think they say thus. I think they say the science.
Where is it?
It's not just science. It's the science.
It's in here because they're getting their team together. It's like walk out establishing shots, like in the Suicide Squad movie.
Except less fun.
Less fun and more boring. Let's see. He gets his team.
I'm fairly certain it's not just science. It's the science.
All right. Oh, it's Genius Princess.
Oh,
Genius Princess.
I'm sure. I thought there was a line of dialogue in there somewhere that said like she loves the science or something.
Oh man, that would take a while.
Yeah, I know because there is a shit ton of dialogue in this comic.
There is.
It is very boring in my opinion. Yeah. It is not worth the money, and
she's a genius though.
She's a genius. So if you want to read a Genius Princess, there you go.
There's still fun stuff in this. Yes, there's some man. Yeah, Justice League can go to hell.
Next up, Rorschach.
Damn it, I didn't read it.
Oh, I'm just saying. Finally, it's over. That's all I'm gonna say. It's over.
Damn it.
It's over. Finally, we can all rest safely. Rorschach is finally ended.
President's dead, huh? Ding dong, the president's dead.
Yeah, you get to see he got to kill 2 conservatives. So yeah,
all is right with the world.
Yeah, and you see self-insert Tom King at the very end smiling.
It looked like him with Kevin Smith.
It was him with Miss Gerards, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're smiling because they just killed 2.
They
just killed 2 conservatives. So yeah,
I got Bermuda number 3. Yeah, I saw your boy Zach posted it up, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait to read this dumpster fire." And that makes me so mad. Damn it!
So you got Bermuda, Bahama.
Yeah, Bermuda number 3. I didn't know what the series was. The art is terrific.
Yes, it is. I think it's Nick Bradshaw. Isn't Nick Bradshaw? Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. And this is nothing other than a strong female character taking along, hand holding the cuck of our main character as he literally is cowering like a little bitch during every fight in this.
Wow.
And it's her literally rescuing everybody twice in this issue. And I've never read this issue. I've never read this series before. I'm like, I'm not reading this again. It completely took me out of it. It's like, there are no stakes. And I'm going to say this again, I think a few more times in this. When you have a strong character, male or female, but now it's been predominantly female characters that are strong and the bestest ever at everything, there is no danger because there are no stakes because nothing will happen to them. So what's the point of reading it? I got this out of this issue. I'm like, well, I know nothing bad will ever happen to them. So what's the point?
You're blowing my mind right now. Whoa.
It's like a mind grenade.
Whoa.
That's it.
Yep, there we go. Yes, yeah.
So Rorschach, damn it.
End of story.
Ah.
Next up, I got Trial of Magneto,
Ooh.
number 2, The Dose. So the art is solid good, in my opinion. It's not great, not terrible. It's solid good. But by the end of this, does this even matter? I mean, really, it negates everything that happened in issue 1.
It will matter because I know it's how it ends. It's like, okay, that's every X-Men comic ever.
And we get the full-on fight between both parties over just where Wanda's body's going to go. Just it's going to a full-on.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Well, because what's her name tells Magneto, like, hey, don't let them touch her. Like, don't let them have the body. It's like, why? We don't know. Something's going on here. Something's rotten in the state of Denmark, and it's not her body. Well,
and
maybe.
Definitely, and that comes in the writing of Tony Stark, because Tony Stark, he's written like a high school jock in this, and it's like, no, he's a billionaire playboy. Yeah, he's much smoother than how he's written in this.
Yeah, his line is just like, do better.
Clearly, yes, I know. Yeah, Leah Williams, do better. Yeah. So what do you got about Black Widow?
This was almost a meh, because we actually did get her in this costume, and I was actually shocked we saw her in the dress. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the dialogue between them when they're in their bat cave screwing around. It's just like, what is this?
In their science cave? Science and science? Yeah.
And then they're talking, and they make a point about shotgunning TV shows. What the hell does that even mean? What does that mean?
Actually,
I don't know. You want to shotgun some TV shows and eat pizza or something? That was a line of dialogue.
I mean, I know Elvis Presley shot TV show,
yes, he did.
Televisions, but he didn't shotgun them.
I don't know. I'm 32 years old. Maybe that's just I'm not in the TikTok stuff. Maybe that's a new thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But there's just some of that dialogue. I'm just like, it's not for me. I couldn't recommend.
So it's that lack of verisimilitude.
Indeed, or that could be verisimilitude. That could be how Xenials talk online. Yeah,
because no one talks like that in real life.
I've never heard anybody ever say that.
No, even at all the conventions I go to, with all the weirdos, with all the half blue head shaved people on the planet,
and all the stupid stuff I watch.
It's like I've never heard anyone talk like this.
I've never heard anybody use that turn of phrase.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe somebody out there can correct. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just didn't like it. The siblings are very weird.
Next up, Marauders, number 24.
I have that.
You have that? Ooh, he's got it. He's got it.
I know that
so once again, Phil Noto's artwork in this is god awful.
Oh yes.
Phil Noto is just he is.
Ooh.
Phil Noto is dope. It's a rice you put in lukewarm water. You know?
Feed the old people.
Yeah. That is Phil Noto's artwork. It's just so remarkably bland.
Yeah.
It's just it's shocking, you know. And
it is.
The emotions on the people in this, it's like watching a 1998 Windows PowerPoint presentation. Just this is how a computer thinks. People emote.
It is. It's bad. I didn't have fun reading this at all.
This is all because some guy wants to get his spaceship back?
Yeah.
That's it? Yeah. Some random space pirate guy.
And it's like you're trying to pull stuff from Star Wars, and it...
Yes, they were.
Bad.
Legit. Mos Eisley Cantina.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's worse than McClunky.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. I'll take McClunky over this.
I'll watch that 10 times.
Yeah.
In a row. Yeah, this... Oh, God. I'm just like... Oh... Like, if you're going to ape Star Wars, you do it better than that. Like, come on. That's lazy.
X-Men, be better.
Yes, please. Do better. You got to do better, X-Men. Yeah, I thought this was absolutely awful. I had no fun. No fun. Couldn't find it. Damn shame.
All right, next up. I've got, how many you got left? I got 4 left.
I got 4 left.
Hey, how about that?
We're going to do 4.
We're going to do 4.
We're going to do 4.
I got Agony and No Ecstasy.
No Ecstasy.
No Ecstasy.
Oh, we already talked about Spider-Woman.
Boom, 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 boom.
Spider-Woman.
So, to me, it was okay. We finally get the reveal of who the Carnage host is. It's like...
I saw it coming,
Okay.
but I still thought it was cool.
Yeah. Art is really pretty bad in this.
I didn't
My
mind it.
opinion.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought the last page was the only redeemable
cool.
part of the art.
There was a part where they're in some symbiote dream.
It's the
ether? What is it?
It's where all the symbiotes communicate. I forget what
Yeah,
the exact nomenclature of it's called, but it's with how they all communicate.
It's like the upside down and
Yeah.
things.
More or less.
I thought that was cool. It was a weird, like shining thing.
The one thing that sticks out in this is how Alyssa Wong thinks 2021 is 1958, and this is how men talk to women. It is bad. It sticks out like a severely broken sore thumb.
Trust me, my wife worked in politics for a very long time, and that never happened. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to bring that up about something that I used to do for a living that was absolute bullshit in another comic book that I can't wait to roast. So, yeah, if you're going to bring these things up, at least try to find some verisimilitude and your bullshit thinking and how that's how stuff works.
Or if you're going to do it, at least have it take place in 1958, which that may have happened.
I've seen Mad Men.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Hey,
get us some ice.
Hey, sweet cheeks. It's like, yes, it happened back then. Now it's like, it just does. As much as you want it to be like that, it's not like that.
Perpetual victim culture.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
Stop doing that. You're doing no favors to anybody.
But you know what? At the same point, she's a villainous character. So
she is.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's a killer. Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked that part.
Which is shocking. Cool. Yeah, she wrote a character who wasn't heroic, but was villainous, which is, although she may have thought she was writing a heroic character. So
maybe that was heroism.
Yes. In her mind. Yeah, it was heroism. Yeah.
That's like some 4D
4D chess it is. Yeah.
Damn. That's a recommend now. Wrong all along. Yeah, Spider-Woman, I didn't enjoy the some of the dialogue. It was very cringe. Very cringe. And I know people get honest about that. They're like, stop saying that. But
well, look, if
it's there. When it's there, it's there.
When it's there, like you said, when it's there, it's there. And when you're reading, really, please, when you're reading dialogue, treat it like it's real dialogue. How someone would actually say that to you, to someone else. Would you legitimately say that line of dialogue to someone else?
Yeah.
Especially in that heat of that moment. Think about that as well.
Yeah. And if you have to self-validate everything you do, it's like no one talks like that.
No, online. Yeah, psychos on Twitter talk like that. Not in real life.
Yeah. Oh, people only say I'm the greatest ever. It's like, who has ever said that? No one's ever said that. Line of even if you are, you've never said that. Like
maybe the weirdest person in high school has said that.
Yeah, we know some weird people.
Who probably who actually I think have said that. So
and I've wanted to say that.
Yes.
So there's just something. I'm just like, God, like it's awful. It's awful. No stakes. There were no stakes in this. I knew everybody was going to be fine. It's like there's the female character holding a baby. Nothing's going to happen to them because I know that. And then why don't you go ahead and pick a fight with a 265-pound, 6'5" behemoth of a man and beat the hell out of him like it's nothing because that's possible.
Because reasons.
Yeah.
Because gayness.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I didn't say,
because
Talladega Nights.
Yep. Yeah. It happens. So yeah, this is a notch recommend from me. Shocker.
Yeah. Must miss.
Indeed.
Next up, I have a feeling we're gonna have one or two, maybe. Next up for me, The Maw, number 1.
I'm saving this piece of shit for last.
You're saving that for last.
Now.
So, I did not want to read this twice. I had to read this twice. It's one of those where it's like, did this legitimately just happen in this comic? And again, did this legitimately just happen in this comic? So abused women being told they're super at a recovery center, and the main character actually gets sexually assaulted while at the recovery center?
In a bar?
In a bar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the shit? The subject matter in this is shocking.
Yeah. So this was what I was going to bring up. I was prior law enforcement. Yes, I have completed several rape reports in my 8-year career. Fuck this comic, because this woman says, oh, they wouldn't do anything. They would treat me as somebody who just drinks all the time and they wouldn't do the report. Fuck that shit. I have done that so many times. That is absolutely inaccurate and total bullshit. 100% bullshit. That is never, I have never once turned away a woman who said she was raped. It didn't matter if she said she was raped yesterday or back in 1975, because you know what? You have to take it regardless. So when they say, oh, well, they just treat me this way and they'll just not do anything about it. Horse shit. Doesn't happen.
So there's a little bit of verisimilitude. Not much.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Sure.
She has hair.
Yeah.
She has hair.
It's a woman who drank at a bar.
So a little bit of verisimilitude.
Yep.
There.
And it's like, and of course, the one guy at the bar, of course. Why not?
Yes.
Because that happens every time you sit at a bar. I know that's what I do. Give me a break. Give me a break. What is the point of
God.
What are you trying to say? That's not absolute bullshit.
Men are evil, Kyle.
Apparently, every man.
Yes, it's every man. Yes, every man. That is very true in this comic. Every man is a piece of shit. Yes.
Yeah, when a guy says, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" and yet it's like, "Oh, he drugged. Oh, he Bill Cosby'd me at the bar." It's like, really?
I think that was actually a line of dialogue in this. I think someone actually did say that in this, right?
I don't.
I think they Bill Cosby me. Yeah.
And of course, her sister is trying to say, well, you know what? At least you got justice on the guys that did it before the one time. And she's like, well, one guy got probation, and the other one, blah, 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 blah. It's like, go to hell. It's like, what are you? Oh, God, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. I wanted to burn this comic. It is absolutely 100% false.
You know what? Maybe we should do like a little mini video of us actually burning the comic. You know, go to the grill. We're getting ready to cook some delicious like pork chops, steaks. We can just set this on the grill.
Yep, and have a drink.
Yeah. Have a drink. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Take a stogie down by it, light it up.
Light it with a cigar.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I think of your comic. I don't care how many women.
We have to start doing that, actually.
We should.
Yeah. Ooh.
We're on to something
Yes,
here.
we are. Yes, we are. Absolutely.
We're on it.
Yes,
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, this comic can go to hell.
Yes, I agree. All right, 2 left. I got Au revoir, Joker. Number 7. Real quick, this is real quick. Joker is in one panel in this comic. Joker is arguably not even. This comic isn't even about Joker.
Nope.
It just I mean, don't get me wrong. I like how they're treating Commissioner Gordon in this, but I'm not reading a Commissioner Gordon comic. I'm reading.
It's called the
Joker. Yeah, the Joker. And just like with Batman, James Tynion, he's focusing on everyone else except the main character. And it's like, no, we're not here for everyone else. I'm here for the Joker and Batman.
Especially flying a plane.
Yes. Oh my God. How could you not have fun writing Joker flying a plane? How could you not have fun? That sounds amazing. I would write the hell out of that right now. That'd be so much fun. Holy crap. That'd be a hell of a lot more fun than what was in this comic. I mean, okay, I'm disappointed. All right, Bosch. Is it Boosh? Boosh.
There were 2 Star Wars titles that I read this week. You can assume where the other one is. So then I was like, well, I may get 2 Star Wars. That's not the High Republic. And the War of the Bounty Hunters I've liked up until this. When has Star Wars recently turned into like have and have nots? And
since Disney took over.
Yeah. And that's what this is. It's and when did bounty hunters turn into like a personal hit squad of go kill these people and we'll pay you money?
Since Empire Strikes Back.
Has that happened?
Yeah, that's what and that's pretty much what Darth Vader was doing, except no disintegrations.
But Han Solo,
he was a smuggler.
Yeah, and he had a bounty on his head.
Yes.
That's why you need bounty hunters.
But usually bounties, like bounty law, hey, amateurs bring them in alive,
That's true.
Yeah.
I just don't see why bounty hunters would be like, okay, well,
There
you're my
may- there-
personal army now.
There may have been a dead or alive in that alien language, long ago. But who knows?
This cult of people are like, we'll pay you this much money to go kill these rich people. And I want all these rich people dead because they're rich and it's not fair and they're exploiting workers.
That's actually in this
That's
comic?
actually in this comic book. I don't like the fact they're rich. They're evil because they're rich. And they've only had to do evil things to get rich because that's what happens. At least that's what poor people think rich people do.
I know. I wouldn't say so much of that. I would say people who don't understand economics.
Yes. So then they're like, okay, well, it's money. I need to do. It's like, huh? Like, they're like, it would be like, what do these people do? It's like, they like exploit their workers and stuff, and it's like not cool. And the bounty
It's a comic.
Yeah, and the bounty hunters are like, deal. It's like
No, unless Boosh is the poorest of the poor bounty hunters to fall for that crap. Then.
Oh, there is a cringe where Bosch and the gang of miscreants that are with him, they are at a bar, and they're like, Bosch, you're like awesome. Like, I remember this time where like you like saved my life like 7 years ago. And this other guy's like, no, he saved my life like 6 years ago.
No, you saved my life. No.
Remember how like you did that thing?
No, you're the bestest ever.
Oh my god. No.
You're the bestest ever.
Dude, you're the bestest ever.
No, stop.
I think we're the bestest
Best
ever.
ever, yes.
Are we like best friends? There's
I think you're love bombing me right now.
Damn it! That happens at a bar in this, and like there's one of them like are holding hands. They're like, "Oh, you remember that, honey?" Yes, that happens in this book. Go to hell.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Last one.
Best one. I think I know what it is. I swear to. I hope I know what it is.
Vampirella. Oh, I've got
Fantastic Four life story.
I've got Batman 89 #2.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Skip it.
So I dropped that after issue 3, actually,
Ah.
because it is a horrible piece of garbage shit.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yes.
much what this is. It's awful. How they depict it is so depressing in this. What they turned Ben Grimm into.
Yes.
Like you're carpet bombing people. Like feel like what? You're killing kids now? Like that's how evil you have to be? What is that? This isn't fun. This is so horribly depressing. I didn't have and I'm very sick and twisted. And I didn't find anything in this, at least
there's nothing fun in this comic.
No. It is so horrible.
Yeah,
like
and nihilistic, especially ever since issue 1, it's been nothing but nihilism.
Yeah, based on another
nothing.
Yeah, Fantastic Four comic this week. It's like what you're saying in that is the opposite of what this is. And I don't get it. I mean, I get the point. Nuclear family's evil, but
exactly. That is Mark Russell's whole theory behind this. The nuclear family is evil. There's no point to life.
Yeah. Reed is horrible for working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hated this. This was so awful. No thanks.
Batman 89 #2.
Great.
Yes. So we all love the 89 movie, and
Great.
like Batman Returns.
Yeah. I tolerate it.
Yeah. This comic, it is not Batman 89. This is Batman 2021.
Oh,
this should be Batman 21 right here. There is nothing visually, narratively, or dialogue-wise that is similar to Batman 89 at all whatsoever in this comic. Nothing.
I gotta ponder that.
Think about it. There's nothing. There are so many modern-day hot-button topics in this comic that there's no way they were in the original script.
Yeah, you're reading some of this, and it's pretty heavy-handed. It's like no way he would have done this.
It's very heavy-handed, and it's like
no way.
No way was this written back in like 91 or 92.
No way.
Absolutely not. And whether it's protesting, the black people being shot by police, white guilt, giving up millions for reparations of kids to go to college, and Billy D. Williams laughing about it.
Yeah.
And this is DC Comics 2021 politics. No fun escapism at all. This is it is like this across the board with a lot of their titles right now. Like Nightwing, John Kent, Dictator John Kent. That's lazy heavy-handedness. And how Robin got his name. So
I will admit there is that I could probably believe would be in the script.
I got to quote Dodgeball. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. See if it pays off. Very bold strategy. So look, I'll sum this up. If you enjoyed the past year, you know, if you like the past year, and you enjoyed terrible dialogue, then you'll love this comic.
Sign me up.
Yeah. If we had more time, I would go into more details, but we don't. To me, this is the worst of the week.
Wow.
Yeah. And I apologize for that sound. It is raining like cats and dogs right now.
It's coming down.
Yes, it is. Woo, woo. I think we pissed off God with our reviews right now. Yeah.
That's what happens when you go against Tim Burton.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. Or Sam Hamm.
Yeah.
Or Andy Corey is the editor.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
So, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been over an hour for Skip It's a Mess. Holy crap. I think that's a new record. Jeez. So, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. It's down there somewhere, usually. And stay tuned soon because we'll be coming up next with our top 10. Pow! And we are going to end it right